Hello and welcome back to Battle for Victory here at Scarborough Athletic this season in the Vanarama National League, and things haven't gone great since the last episode where we beat Welling 4-1. We lost 1-0 against Yeovil, we drew 0-0 in Notts County, lost 1-0 to Maidenhead and lost 1-0 to Rochdale. So we haven't scored in 4 games, which is the really disappointing part. We're going to move to the 4-4-2 wing plate system. We've also brought in a new player as well. Just going to show you now, Terence Carter is a striker. 13 pace, 12 natural fitness, 11 jumping reach, 6'3" striker, 13 acceleration, 9 finishing, 12 heading. Feel like all round he could do a job for us. 29 years of age. He came through at Dulwich Hamlet. He went to Seacoast United Phantoms in America, Adelaide Comets in Australia, Adelaide Croatia Raiders in Australia, ABM Galaxy in Vanuatu, Adelaide City, Burkalla, Sydenham Park, Preston Lions, Pascoe Vale, and then last season scored 11 goals for Buxton in the Vanarama National League North. So hopefully he can get a few goals for us. He's played 2 games already, 1 start, 1 substitute appearances, hasn't got a goal yet. He will start up front in this game against Kings Lynn, the opening game of the episode. Kings Lynn we'll just show you the league table actually before we get into it as well. Kings Lynn are just above us on 19 plays, 6 points. We have 5 with a -2 goal difference. Just not being able to find the back of the net thus far. The team for this game is going to be cracking on the goal. It's Murray, Williams, Gouda and Dodds. Nicholson, Philliskirk, Hunter and Bramwell are the midfield 4. And then Carter and Onyeka are up front together. Hopefully they can find some good form. I'm hoping we get the crosses in towards Carter, because with his heading ability, 6'3", like I said, heading ability of 12, jumping reach of 11. Hopefully he can score some goals at this level with his head. Siri looks down at Ponticelli. Ponticelli coming in field now, under a little bit of pressure, back out to Siri. Ball through for Hargreaves. Hargreaves is through 1-on-1 and he beats goalkeeper Cameron Hargreaves. Makes it Kings Lynn 1, Scarborough Athletic 0. First chance of the game falls to Kings Lynn and they open the scoring with it as well. Nice little play down that right hand side. Ball went in to Siri, I think it was. Ponticelli here into Siri. His ball through to Hargreaves. Good first touch to set himself. Across the goalkeeper, 1-0. Walker comes over halfway for Kings Lynn now. Looks that ball over the top. Hargreaves. Surely there's a hint of offside there. Flag didn't go up and he blazed that chance over the bar. Good chance for Kings Lynn. We haven't had anything highlight worthy in this first half thus far. Kings Lynn are dominating the highlights. That ball is a poor ball, but Hargreaves collects it in towards Crowther, who misses the target from 6 yards out centre of the goal. Should have hit the target. They should have at least made the keeper work. And it remains 1-0. Chance here as Nicholson puts this towards the far post. Carter doesn't win it. Philliskirk will bring it down. Edge of the box. Switch back out to Nicholson. Plenty of time and space. Runs into the box and he chose the option to shoot when he should have just found the ball, laid it back or flashed it across goal really for someone to tap in at the far post. And it remained 1-0 here. Half time. Cameron Hargreaves opened the score in 11 minutes and we haven't been good here today. Let's go back to Dodds. It towards Nicholson. He gets a free header and Jordan Nicholson makes it 1-1. It is his first goal of the season. He scored in the last episode but it didn't count. But that header there beats Yusuf Mersin and it is 1-1. And we've moved to the 4-2-3-1, the gegenpress system, and we get a goal back pretty much instantly. Philliskirk laid it back to Dodds. He got the ball in and Nicholson, free at the near post, beats Yusuf Mersin. It is 1-1 here. 12 minutes to play. And this was a game that we couldn't afford to lose. And as Kings Lynn have a throw in deep in our half, laid back. Ned Barrett hits the shot and it's 2-1 and we've conceded almost immediately and that absolutely sucks. It was a game, as I was about to say, it's a game that we really can't afford to lose, and after getting back into the game we just conceded. It was a good strike, don't get me wrong, but we've just allowed him too much time and space there to pick his spot, bend it round the goalkeeper. That ball is over the top. Gouda's missed it. Barrett's in behind for a chance to make it 3. Hits the woodwork and we get away with one there. And 5 minutes to play as we're going to leave it just a second as Maloney puts the ball in. Onyeka goes up for it. Headed away. Philliskirk will collect it. Only one man forward for Kings Lynn. Gouda now over the top. And it's punched away. Bramwell flicks it back in. Headed down. Maloney from distance. It's found its way in. Flag stays down. It's 2-2. Kieran Glynn gets his 5th of the season. He didn't start today's game. After getting a hat-trick last episode, he hadn't done a lot since. That ball over the top for Gouda, it was cleared away. Bramwell flicked it back in, headed down to Maloney, took a deflection, and Glynn just got his foot onto it to help it into the back of the net. It's 2-2, 2 minutes to play. And what is going to happen here? Because either team could probably go and win this, but neither are. It's a 2-2 draw. We got 2 goals today, and we get a point on the board. It's not ideal, but it ticks us over with another point. Kings Lynn 2, Scarborough 2, and while not great, it's a point gained here after being down for so long in the game. So the team is Cracknell in goal, Woodthorpe, Williams, Gooder and Dodds across the back, Colville on the left, Glynn on the right, Whitehead and Maloney in the centre midfield, and Coulson partners Onyeka up front this time, and hopefully we can get a win here. The draw against Kings Lynn won't be too bad if we can get 3 points here today at home against Barnet. Woodthorpe collects it near his own corner flag, fires it long upfield, Thomas to de Havilland, infield to Carnu now, into the box, hits a shot and Cracknell comfortably hangs on to it. Ball fired over the top now to Havilland, gets away from his man. De Havilland with a chance, he's hit the woodwork, and that was a great chance for Barnet to take the lead 15 minutes in here. Ball fired long to Onyeka, and it's cleared away from Coulson. Gorman into Powell now, coming in field from that left hand side, gives it to Gorman, looks back out wide to Lawton now. Can he get the cross in? His ball is poor, and Maloney can hook it away for a throw-in on that far side to Barnet, who looked like the better side. The 4-4-2 isn't really working here. We switched to it, it seemed to work a little bit, and at the moment it just isn't seeming to work. We are inviting a lot of pressure onto us as Gorman puts that ball in, headed away. Woods collects it, back to Gorman. Hits a shot from distance, and it is very close by the look of it. Keeper was worried, but it stays out. It is still 0-0, half an hour gone. 4 minutes into the second half, and in terms of possession, where is the possession stats? I can't see it. There it is. Barnet have had 62% of the possession as Onyeka nips in to win that ball back now. Onyeka from distance, and maybe he could have held the ball up a little bit better there. Had runners coming on behind him, and maybe we could have created something a little bit better than what we did. Ball over top, Woods hooks it away now. Powell into Gorman. Under a little bit of pressure, back to Lawton there, and he goes back to Woods. Can we put him under any pressure? His ball isn't great, and Onyeka nips in to win that, and he gives it to Kieran Glynn, who's in the box. Kieran Glynn hits the shot, and of course he scores. I thought he probably should have pulled it back for a guy at the far post, but he fires it in. Kieran Glynn makes it 1-0. Woods' ball to de Havilland was poor. The touch was poor. Onyeka nipped in to win it. His ball through for Glynn. The touch wasn't great, but the finish was superb. There was two players in the box, and I thought maybe he could have used one of them two, but he decided not to. Who was in the box? If we can click on it, Colville was in there and Coulson was in there. I didn't know whether he could have pulled back, maybe even to Coulson, although he didn't continue his run. He stayed a little bit deeper, and that would not have helped, but it is 1-0 here, hour on the clock. Whitehead into Glynn now, good turn to try and get away from his man, out to the right hand side, gives it down the line to Colville, who keeps it in play. Colville gets crossing towards Tyrese Onyeka, and it hit the post. Disappointing, I think he should have hit the target there. Definitely feels that the 4-2-3-1 gegenpress is a lot better than the 4-4-2 wing play system, as Maloney will take this corner from the far side, headed away. Williams heads it back in, Dixon gets it away. Williams once again gives it in field to Whitehead, has a poor ball and Carnu can clear it away. Powell will look to win it, but Woodthorpe gets up. Whitehead down to Burton, who hooks it out to the right hand side. Lawton's touch is poor, but Glynn didn't pressure him enough, and it is cleared over halfway, and there's two men out there on that left hand side, and Miss Rowley infield to Powell, lays it back to de Havilland. De Havilland now get the shot from distance. He's hit the woodwork. What an effort. He was an absolute screamer there. Barnet hitting on the counter attack, and all because Glynn didn't charge down the defender. That cross is blocked, and Dixon keeps it in play and will clear it up, and Williams smashes it back into the Scarborough box. Dixon heads it away. Thomas one more away from him. Ota collects it in his own half, lays it back to Dixon once again, and no real pressure going on to him there as they can get the ball forward. Williams flicks it away. Burton brings it down with a poor touch. Gorman into Ote. He lays it out to the left side, and Powell. Can Powell find the right ball for Gorman? And he finds his way in. And Dale Gorman equalises with 10 minutes to play, and that was all from Kieran Burton's missed touch there, and gave it into Gorman. Ote picked it up. I thought he was going to get the shot away. He played it out wide for Powell on the left side. He pulled it back, and Gorman's shot, I think it hit the defender and just crept inside the goalkeeper's near post. It is 1-1, and that is not ideal here as we have a kick-off highlight. Glynn coming a long way forward with it. Tackle goes in though. He was just running into trouble as Ote flicks that on now. Who's going to get there first? It's going to be Woodthorpe, and he goes into Burton now. Williams trying to build something from the back, but the passes have got to count now. Carter gets up, doesn't win the header. Gorman now will flick it out to the right hand side, and Carnu gets the ball in first time for Ote, who misses the target with a chance to make it 2-1 and get a quick fire double for Barnet. And everything is happening here in these final 10 minutes. Grant now, ball fired over towards Carter, who goes down. Is that in the box? It is in the box, and we're going to look who is our best penalty taker. Maloney's down to take it, and it's going to stay as Maloney, I think. There's no one better on paper to take it. And Lewis Maloney has the chance to give us a 2-1 lead with 6 minutes to play. Plus stoppage time, he does just that. Fires into the bottom corner. It's 2-1 to Scarborough Athletic. And hopefully we can pick up our second 3 points of the season. Great penalty. Keeper went the right way. So it had to be good. And it was just that. Just inside the post. 2-1 to Scarborough. Stoppage time is ticking away now, and it looks as if we're going to pick up our second win of the season, and both victories have been on camera, which is great. Kieran Glynn opened the scoring on 56 minutes after a poor first half by us. Dale Gorman got one back on 82, and I thought we were going to run out as a 1-1 draw, but Lewis Maloney scoring the penalty that was won by Terence Carter, and it finishes 2-1. It's 3 more points as we head into the dressing room. We didn't play as well as we can, but I'm happy with the result. Players love that. They all look delighted. And the league table looks like this. We move out the relegation zone. 20th place, 9 points from 9 games. Decent. If we finish the season with 46 points from 46 games, that probably will be close to keeping us up, I think, at this level. Our goal difference is a lot better than the teams below us as well. We don't concede many goals, but we don't score many goals either. I think that's going to be our biggest problem as we go on in this season. But we get our first win. 4 points from the opening 2 games. 1 more game to go in this episode, and hopefully we can continue to move up the table. Final game, we travel to mid-table Halifax. Cracknell, Murray, Williams, Gooder and Dodds are the back 5. Philliskirk and Hunter are the midfield duo. Bramwell on the left, Colville on the right, and Hancock plays behind Tyrese Onyeka today, as we're going to bring Terence Carter onto the bench to add a little bit more power to our strike force on the bench. Hopefully we don't need him. Hopefully the players that we've got on the pitch can do the job for us, but it is a chance for us to just continue moving up the league table, especially if we can pick up any more points today. Been a really dull games thus far, as Golden will look to clear it away, and hopefully Reed can't take this down and run with it, and he's doing just that, as he's now forced backwards a little bit, gives it back to Arthur now. He looks at switch ball towards Dickinson. Dodds wins ahead at Colville, picks it up though. Gooden now. Chance for us to build from the back. Ball fired long, and Deborah will collect that ball comfortably towards Senior. He fires it long to Dickinson. Dickinson now gets towards the byline. He's going to pull it back. Pulls it onto his right foot under a bit of pressure towards the edge of the box, and Keane with a shot from distance, and it's wide, and it's a poor miss really. Thought he should have hit the target at least there, as now Hancock will have a chance to put one into the Halifax box. Does just that. Williams gets up. Falls to Luca Colville, who smashes it in from around the penalty spot. 5 minutes into the second half. Halifax 0, Scarborough 1. What a time to get the opening goal. Hancock put the ball in. It was missed by everyone, and it just fell to Colville, who smashes it home from about 12 yards. It is 1-0, and we haven't been particularly great today. To be fair, neither of Halifax, neither of one of us hitting the target with much regularity, but our first shot on target and we get the goal, and that ball is out to Palmer Holden on this near side. His header is poor though, and Murray can collect it and gives it back to Cracknell. And again, just got to build, hang on to possession of the ball. Sometimes those long balls aren't the best option, as Philliskirk proves there, as he fires it into the left fullback position. The goalkeeper collects it though. Hunter wins that ball, and now Nicholson can bring it forward. Colville, there's a man outside on the right side, but Senior nips in to win the ball back. Gives it into Dickinson now. Dickinson run at the Scarborough defence. He runs at the defence into the box. Great chance, and what a strike from Brennan Dickinson. Great run from him, and he just leathers it past Cracknell. It is 1-0. It's a poor goal to concede. Senior gave it to Dickinson here. Had a chance to run at the defence. No one really went to him. Gouda should have got across to him. He runs into the box, to the edge of the 6-yard box, and just fires it with some power past Cracknell. It's 1-0. And this second half has been a lot more entertaining than the first half. First 5 minutes of it more entertaining than the whole 45 in that first half. And Halifax back on level terms. 14 shots to our 10, 4 on target to our 1. Tell that neither side look particularly great at the moment. That ball's fired long. Gouda wins it. Philliskirk though can't win the second ball. Reed now has a chance, and he fired it down the middle, and it's 2-1, and I'm not entirely sure what has happened there. But from 1-0 up to 2-1 down in a matter of moments. Deborah with the ball over the top. Gouda's header. Philliskirk couldn't win the second ball. Cook played it into Reedy between the two centre-backs, and he just... Oh, that is poor. That is poor. It's right down the middle, and it is 2-1 to FC Halifax after taking the lead. And I thought we were in a good position. Took the lead on 50, and by the 63rd minute, I think it was, we were 2-1 down. Ball goes in, and the header, and it's somehow kept out between Cracknell, the post, and Gouda. Yeah, 65 minutes. We were 2-1 down after going 1-0 up on the 50th minute. We're going to try and fire them up and hopefully get something out of them in these final 10 minutes or so. Williams now Oh, Colville's going to get that. I was about to berate him there for that ball in towards Hancock. And Josh Hancock gets his first goal for the club. It's 2-2. And a goal which very bizarre, just fired out by Williams here to the right hand side. It looked like a poor ball, but just wide enough that Colville was able to get to it. He pulls it onto his left foot, fires it across, and from around the penalty spot, Hancock slots into the bottom corner. It's 2-2, and it is game on with 10 minutes to play. Time is ebbing away, and it looks like it's going to be another point. It's taking the lead on the 50th minute for Luca Colville. Goals from Brendan Dickinson and Alex Reid put Halifax in the lead, but Josh Hancock, with 8 minutes to play, got us the equaliser, got us the point. We finished this episode with 5 points from 3 games. We've proved a lot of people wrong there today, and the players seem very, very happy. League table looks like this. We have 18 points, 10 points from 10 games, 18th place. We're out of the bottom 3. It's been a good episode for us. We'll just have a look at the schedule, and we'll confirm when we are coming back for in the next episode, as this isn't split up into months. So after a run of games where we didn't score a goal in those 4 there, we've scored 2 in every single game. 2-2 draw, 2-1 win, 2-2 draw, and we're back to scoring ways, and we're back to scoring points as well. We will be back for the FA Cup first round tie, which I presume will be around the start of November time, probably with the York and Ebbsfleet game in as well, possibly, but we shall wait to see 100% when that game comes in, especially we've got to qualify as well. That is the big thing. But league table looks like this. We just said 18th place, 10 points. We are a point clear of Oldham. Our goal difference is still -1. Dorking, Barnet and Welling all have really poor goal differences, so it is, hopefully we don't get dragged into those 3 and we can just stay around that sort of, maybe even like 15th down to 21st, that sort of area where we can stay relatively safe. But so far so good this season. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time, where hopefully we can continue our run in the Vanarama National League and continue on towards safety.